Hi from rtcStats. We're going to look today at Simli, which is another AI avatar that is out there. I took it for a spin, talked to it a bit. It also uses a virtual agent, a live avatar, sorry. So we've got incoming, outgoing audio as well as incoming video. Let's dive into the details.
Yes, so we can see on the left side, this is connected to Media Soup using iSlide, and that is typically for Gen AI use cases, suggesting it is using daily and Pipecats.
Yep.
And what we see you said we have outgoing audio, incoming audio, and incoming video.
Yep.
Fairly good connection. Bitrate for audio is a bit low, but that's because we have the turn taking, which we're not taking into account in the averages.
Okay.
If we look
Anything
at the
to see on the
connections,
connections?
If you open that one, please. So we see this is using daily Pipecat, and they use Twilio for turn servers. Fairly okay connectivity. All is well on that front.
Okay. And for the media streams?
For the media streams, if we look at the first one, the outgoing one, and the bytes, please. We can see standard WebRTC configuration, no audio redundancy, 32 kilobits as target bitrate for Opus, and you see when you speak locally, this goes up from 20 to 32.
Yep.
No DTX is used, which is what I would prefer for this use case.
Okay. And then on the incoming?
Yes, we see 100 kilobits per second, which is a fairly standard configuration. I think it's actually 96 kilobits per second, and then multiplied by 2 for stereo. And we can see the usual turn-taking behavior. When the model is speaking, the bitrate is high. When it's not speaking, there's silence. If we look at the packets per second, this is 50 packets per second, so there are silence packets sent by the LLM. DTX isn't used.
Okay. Let's look at the video.
So no outgoing video. Oh, sorry.
There is no outgoing, there are just 2 incoming video channels.
Yeah. One of them is Media Soup, and it's bitrate probing, so we ignore that one.
This one.
Yes. And this one, 1.2 megabits per second. What's the resolution if you go to frames?
It's here.
So 24, 512 by 512, which is okay for this use case. And if we look at the bitrate, we can see it's doing 1 megabit per second, then 1.5, then fluctuates a bit. Fairly standard behavior.
Yes.
I would say, go ahead.
One thing that we see across the industry, not on the video, I want to jump here again, is that we have 2 separate peer connections, one for the sender and one for the receiver.
Yes, I don't think that's a good idea. It's like, for this use case, you don't need to renegotiate, so using separate connections to avoid signaling glare is not a good way to solve the problem.
Okay. Anything else you want to look at this?
If we look at the logs,
okay.
I think we have SDP munging. Yes, we have SDP munging. So lots of moving around, which is like, we don't care. The browser shouldn't care either. It's only the specification that cares about this. And we see that stereo playout is enabled, which is consistent with the encoder, the model encoding stereo audio. Whether it's actually using stereo audio, unclear.
Yeah, that's probably also not really needed for this use case.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you. If you want to check out more, especially on your WebRTC application, come check us out at rtcstats.com.